It's 2020, y'all. Yeah. And it's different than when it was 2016. You know, the game has been elevated. As we can tell, there's no expense being spared. We had a black billionaire's lunch.
Right now, who are willing to give testimony about not only what Mr. Carter has done to them, but his wife as well. They're a nasty little couple. They do nasty things.
What do you think happened with Kim
Keeping people against their will. Putting people on planes while they're unconscious, just like Aaliyah got on that plane. Unconscious. There's a lot of things that people don't want to talk about.
Murder of Jay-Z's mistress, the possibility that she could have been pregnant with Jay-Z's baby. I also want to talk about the possibility that Beyonce never was really pregnant and not Beyonce's. And I'm going to address those issues because a lot of people are talking about those issues and speculating about them. And as someone who talked to Jay-Z's alleged mistress many years ago and was going to tell her story, I want to give you my perspective.
Jay-Z has been busy doing interviews for sympathy, when the whole time his own daughter is on her secret Instagram account learning all about him and Beyonce's mess. This comes after reports of people asking feds to reopen Cathy White's case to investigate her real cause of death. Because baby, that brain aneurysm excuse they gave us was recently looked into again. It allegedly had an overwhelming number of loopholes, and we have all heard that speculations about Blue Ivy being Cathy White's daughter going around for years now. But the last thing anyone expected was for Blue Ivy herself to also step into the chat amidst the allegations against her parents. Now, most people probably don't know this, but before Blue came out with all this, she had already shown some signs that she wasn't okay with her parents. But a lot of people just assumed it was just her being a spoiled teenager. For example, back when Jay-Z was accused of allegedly pertaining to a group SA with Diddy, there were rumors that Blue Ivy was disgusted and wanted nothing to do with Jay. These rumors were fueled when Blue was caught looking visibly uninterested in Jay-Z and Beyonce at the Lion King movie premiere. It got so bad that Beyonce's team tried to do some damage control by releasing behind-the-scenes footage of her and Blue in the studio when they were doing the voiceover for the movie to reassure people that they were cool. But it just wasn't working. So much so that Beyonce ended up deleting the video off her website.
She did such a beautiful job, and I can't believe how natural she is. And I'm just proud of you. I'm so proud of you, and I can't believe how big and grown up you are. And I'm proud that she's gonna represent so many young brown girls around the world. Give me a second, because I'm still I can't believe that's my baby. Oh, that's so amazing. It was really hard to focus.
And remember that sympathy interview I mentioned earlier that Jay-Z was going to? Well, a lot of people feel like he only did it to clear his name. I mean, if you've been on the internet these past few days, then you already know that he has been getting dragged through the mud for several reasons. First, it was the lawsuit that later got debunked. Then Nicki Minaj came at him with PDF allegations. Then he was accused of having a hand in the Drake and Kendrick feud. Then he was mentioned in the Epstein files. And now Blue is allegedly on her secret Instagram account finding out about Cathy White. It's a lot. So guess what he did during his recent GQ interview? He conveniently brought Blue up. But instead of addressing the allegations, he tried to distract us by claiming that back when the SA allegations against him came out, Blue showed her support for him by wearing a jersey that said Jay-Z on the back. Mind you, there is no record of her doing this. We're supposed to believe it just because Jay said so. Blue has this jersey with Jay-Z on the back. She put it on one day. She went to school with Jay. I was just in the corner, with tears coming down. Seriously, to have that, it's priceless. Now, people believe the reason Jay is suddenly doing all these interviews and trying so hard to make it look like Blue is on his and Beyonce's side is that he wants us to hide the fact that Blue is tired of his shenanigans. And now that she can go on the internet, she is finding out how messy her family is, including the talk about Cathy White, his alleged pregnant mistress who conveniently died of a brain aneurysm right when Beyonce was also supposedly pregnant. People started looking into Cathy's death when one of the biggest bloggers at the time, fame, Hollywood Street King, did an in-depth investigation into her death to confirm if she really died from a brain aneurysm. And girl, the things he discovered turned the whole case on its head. He ended up deleting the investigative article from his website after allegedly receiving threats from Jay-Z's camp. But y'all know the internet is nosy. They got screenshots of it before he took it down, and it's recently been resurfacing. The article read, and I quote, "Yesterday I got the news that Cathy Michelle White had suddenly passed away, so I quickly began my investigation. And guess what? Cathy did not die from a brain aneurysm as reported widely around the internet today. According to an NYPD detective who told me, Cathy's cause of death is uncertain and later today we will have the autopsy and toxicology reports. Right now, the death is considered suspicious." Cathy White died exactly 1 year to the day from when I broke the story of her and Jay-Z's affair. He added, "A 911 call came in from an apartment on 130 West 19th Street in Manhattan. The ambulance came and took Cathy because she was sick. They took her to the Beth Israel Hospital, and that's where she expired. It was too early to be speculating that an aneurysm killed her. They will be doing an autopsy later today to check out the cause of her death. But someone might have given Cathy a bad drug. So they'll do a toxicology, and we'll have to wait 2 weeks for that report." 2 weeks before her death, Cathy was contacted by a major tabloid that was investigating the Jay-Z connection. She gave them little information to go on, but according to one of our sources, following her conversation with the tabloid, she called Jay and told him that she was going to go public with their affair for a price. This all happened in the last 2 weeks. Then, little more than 48 hours after the announcement that Beyoncé was pregnant with Jay's baby, this young lady suddenly dies under suspicious circumstances. And now people have been running their own calculations. And the timing of Cathy's death and Blue's birth is suspiciously aligned. And in 2024, Beyoncé dropped her song Daughter, which folks think is connected to Blue Ivy. And girl, some of those lyrics are questionable.
Allegedly, the song Daughter on Beyonce's Cowboy Carter album. I love that one. It's potentially a murder confession about Jay-Z's mistress, Cathy White. What? Buckle up. On August 28th, 2011, Beyonce announced her pregnancy at the MTV VMAs. Iconic. On January 7th, 2012, Blue Ivy was born into this world. In 2016, Beyonce dropped Lemonade. Now, as we all know, Lemonade was a true album about infidelity. Jay-Z was rumored to have a very long-time mistress. People knew of Cathy White because of Jay-Z. Cathy White was known to be pregnant in 2011. Shortly after giving birth, Cathy died mysteriously in her apartment of a brain aneurysm.
I have a feeling this is related.
Now, even though we saw Beyonce's bump publicly, there's a video of Beyonce sitting down for an interview and her whole stomach just deflates in the video, and it's very weird.
This is crazy.
If you listen to Daughter, the song completely illustrates a confession. The lyrics in the song say, "Your body laid out on these filthy floors, your bloodstains on my custom coutures. Bathroom attendant let me right in. She was a big fan. I tried to stay cool, but your arrogance disturbed my solitude. Now I ripped your dress and you're all black and blue. Look what you made me do."
So what people are basically claiming is that Cathy was Bey and Jay's surrogate, and after Cathy delivered Blue, Beyoncé eliminated her and claimed Blue as her own. Now again, this is all conspiracy theory territory, and I personally struggle to believe that Cathy is Blue's biological mother, because Blue Ivy is literally Beyoncé's twin. People also brought up some seriously twisted imagery from Beyoncé's song Anger, where she talks about crazy extremes she'd reach for her relationship, using some unsettling references about adopting traits of a former lover.
If it's what you truly want, I can wear her skin over mine, her hair over mine, her hands as gloves, her teeth as confetti, her scalp a cap, her sternum my bedazzled cane. We can pose for a photograph, all three of us, immortalized. You and your perfect girl.
When I say Corey, I'm talking about Cathy White.
Oh, yeah. That's what I was about to ask.
Jay-Z's pregnant mistress who died of an imaginary fucking aneurysm.
Anyway, according to what's being reported, Blue has been seeing all these stories, and they're really messing with her head. As usual, people had their thoughts. Like this person who said, Cathy White was eliminated by Jay-Z for Beyonce. Another person said, Kanye, you weren't wrong about what you said about Beyonce. That woman eliminated Cathy White over Jay-Z. Not only that, they took Blue Ivy from Cathy White's womb. Oh girl, that's a wild allegation right there. But as you can see, people are convinced that's what happened, and they are going in on Jay and Beyonce. But now I want to know your thoughts. What do you think of Jay-Z and Beyonce getting accused of being behind Cathy White's death? And do you really think this is why Blue Ivy is now going off on them on her rumored secret account? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And don't forget to click here to watch this other messy video.